Good morning, everybody. Sorry, a little bit late, aren't I there? I'm a bit late, running a bit late today. But I am here, honestly. Here in body and in mind. Do say good morning. These lights are really very bright, aren't they? Let's just move this out of the way. We've got the radio on out there, and they do this Guess the Year thing. So all the songs are out. Right, I need to put that there and that there. Squeaky chair, haven't I? It's cold out there, everybody. Don't go out the house. It's too cold. I went to the gym this morning at 6 and it was blinking freezing. Right, let's plug that in. Oh, this doesn't plug very well, does it? Doesn't like the new cover. No. Say good morning. Morning, Claire. Morning, Mary. How are you doing? Morning, Barbara. Good morning, Barbara. Everybody okay? Are you all right? Let's take this cover off. I'm going to have to find a new cover. It was one of those purchases. I bought the fancy new phone. It's stupidly expensive. And then decided to didn't want to buy the Apple cover, and then ended up buying a cover that cost more than the Apple cover because I thought I was going to love it, and I don't like it. And you can't return it because I personalized it. So that was a big mistake. You live and learn, don't you? You live and learn. Morning, Janet. How are you? Haven't seen you for a little while. Morning, Beverly. How is everybody? Cold? Chilly? I think so. Oh. How's the weather there, Mary? How's it going over there in Kansas? Is everything okay? I picked up, I had Mrs. Dong in last weekend at my house, and she just left me this little tiny hank of pearls. 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 strings of pearls. So I thought we might play those because I didn't mean to bring those along. Let me just turn this one off. There we go. I'm okay, thank you. Yes, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I haven't packed my bag yet. If you missed the live yesterday, then you will not know that we're going to China tomorrow. So yeah, packing hasn't even started yet. Claire's got the flu. That's horrible. I had the flu once. It wasn't very nice. No. And then I keep thinking, must get a flu jab so that doesn't happen again. But I've never done that. Yes, not very nice, Claire. Long recovery on the flu. Cold in the morning, Mary says. I think this morning when I went to the gym, it was 5 degrees. How cold are you, Mary? Colder than 5 degrees? All right, just a second. Right, there we go. Morning, Jackie. Oh, you're not in the market today, Jackie. You've got gloves on. Going to be freezing. You're going to be really cold. Right, how are you all? So news in is we head to China tomorrow. So I haven't packed yet, as you can imagine. I've not even got the suitcase. Nothing done. Absolutely nothing for packing, but that's okay because I don't think my flight's until the evening. I just have to double check. But I've got all day to pack, so that will be absolutely fine. We're flying out to China. No visa issues this time. Visas are sorted. We're going straight into the market and straight out the market. The Canton show is on, actually, which I've never been to, and I didn't mean to go at the same time as the show. So that's quite intriguing. I feel like that could be interesting. Oh, no. Beverly lost her phone in the gilet pocket. Well, this one, yeah, it's true. There's zips on some. I've got hundreds of these body warmery things. and to have them all in different colours and all sorts, because they fit under everything or on top of everything. They're very handy. Yes, but the phone is a real thing, and it does sometimes fall out when I put my shoes on. So that is a good point. And losing your phone while you're walking the dog is a bad dog walk, definitely. So sorry, I was saying. So go out to China tomorrow, and we're going out straight into the market. If we get a chance to go to the Canton show, then I'd be quite interested to know, because I think that is a massive international show that sells everything that China offers. So I bet it's fascinating. However, we're not in China for very long. So we're actually only there for we get there on, so you fly out on Saturday, but you don't get there till Sunday night because of the time differences. So then we are doing a live show on Monday, which is going to be all mostly round beads, but a massive bead show. I want to do a really big, brilliant, juicy bead show which will help you get everything ready for next year. So because I think there's so many nerves at the moment, like the metal prices have gone daft. Everything's going up. What the dollar's going to do, we don't know. And all these things actually really affect everything that we do, especially the dollar prices. They have a massive impact on what we buy. So I feel like we need to get everything so everyone knows where they stand at that time. I have put a request in. No, they are in India, Beverly. So, but that has gone out to a request. They're on Diwali, but as soon as they're back, well, I'm sure I've got some in stock over in India. So I will let you know as soon as they're back. I'll let you know on the fire agate cabs. So yeah, so we're out there. So that'll be Monday, will be a big bead show. Then we're scouring the marketplace while we're looking for the beads. I'm sure we'll find lots of other things. So I think we're doing a special show on Wednesday and Thursday. That means we don't know what's in it till we get there. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then on Thursday night will be a big finale. So if we find things like that amazing obsidian that we found, we've got to find all those things that are really good value for money. I might bring back the rainbow obsidian, so good. Yeah, then that's when we'll probably put all of that stuff into a show. The time is really mean because the clocks changed this weekend, and I thought they changed next weekend. So that means that we won't start our lives in China time till 2 a.m. which will be 6 p.m. Everything is 6 p.m., 6 p.m., 6 p.m. So it'll be 6 p.m. here. That's when we'll start our lives. But for us, that's 2 a.m. So that's going to not be very pleasant. But we have done the last few trips that we've done. So we've done Hong Kong and China and the pearl farms and all of those things. We've stayed in the zone. So we've stayed, because we're only there for really 5 days. We've stayed in the UK time zone, and it hasn't been too tiring. So fingers crossed, it'll be fine. It's me and Emily going out. Emily is our amazing marketing lady. She's coming out with me. It's just the two of us. I seriously regret not taking Johnny. He's on half term. He could have come, but the cost is so high of doing the trips that I just couldn't expense him to come. So that's a bit of a shame. I do feel a bit disappointed for him because he probably could have gone to the Canton market and had a look at that for me. But never mind. Can you get faceted coated gates? And then that has changed to, can you get faceted coated agates? Yes, of course. In a bead, the Char 32, would you like it in a bead? So there is going to be a link. Let me have a look at my emails and see if that link is in there. I've got the tune stuck now. Not that. No, maybe it hasn't gone out yet. Have you had an email from us this morning? No, I don't know what time it's scheduled to go out. Let's have a look. In the email for this morning, you should have a link of where you can put in requests. However, the Char 32, you can just direct message us on Facebook or Instagram. That might be easier. And just put in exactly what you're looking for. So if you want size you want, so if you want 4 mil, 6 mil, 8 mil, 10 mil, 12 mil, whatever size you want, pictures of what you're thinking. We would love any inspiration that you have. That'd be great. Do they do carved calves? Looking for a flying owl and a carved Labradorite, a carved calf, not Labradorite. No, that's India as well. So I'm going to the wrong country, apparently. I'll double check, but I don't think that's their bag. But I'll double check. If not, Claire, send me a photo as inspiration. We'll send it out to the team in India and they will be able to carve it for you. And ideally, what sort of gemstone you want it in. I mean, labradorite carves really well. That's why they carve it. But, so we can find other materials. It's 40 degrees, 6 degrees or 7 degrees Celsius. Oh, you're about the same as us then, Mary. It's not too bad. I used to buy them from your former employer. Thank you very much. Chart 32, do you have a name other than the Chart 32? Morning, Tracy. How are you doing? Is everyone all right? So any requests, pop them on a direct message or any inspiration if you're just thinking this is what we're looking for. Yeah, Beverly, we can do loads of faceted gems. We can do lots of faceted beads. How about things like from our last trip to China, we did the Hollandite Chaffety. Oh, that's a nice name. We did the Hollandite in quartz, you know, the high-end beads. So they were about £25 a bead, but they were extraordinary. How about that sort of thing? Does anyone want that sort of thing? Then let me know there. That would be great to know. Because I want to go in the high end. I want to go into the. I had my bracelet made there. That's from our last China trip, and that's extraordinary. I'd love to go and do. Oh, it's Charity. Hi, Charity. How are you doing? That makes more sense. Yeah, so I'd love to go into that world and have a look at all the really cool, expensive stuff. Definitely, but we need a call for people buying it, don't we? Really. But I'll definitely go and peep. Definitely. And there's just loads and loads for us to see. So any requests at all, any suggestions of what you want to see, I'd be glad for any suggestions. That would be great. But really, let's go explore. I think exploring. So last time we were there, we said we got around half the market, but I don't think we did even get around half. Did you sell the reject pearl scuds 221 IM? Morning. They're here, so I don't think so. I haven't even opened the tracker yet. I didn't get up late. I got up. I went to the gym, so I did all the things I was supposed to do. And then went home. There's no school run this week because Ed is off on holiday. His school has this week holiday and next week holiday. Lincolnshire has next week and the week after. And Johnny is just next week. So Ed's got a funny week off. So I had no school run. And then that threw me off my routine with no school run, because then I end up cleaning the house and bleaching the things and getting carried away, and then everything runs late. You know what it's like. Procrastinating, probably. Let's have a look. 211, if it went onto the tracker. 21111. Was it 221? 221. No. Do you want it, Lynn? Oh, exciting. And did you know we're going to China, Lynn? 142 142. Let me have a look there. Oh. What's it done? Wait a minute, I broke it then. What have I done? 221. Yep. And 142. Just turn the volume of that off. 142. Cheers, quartz geodes. A quartz Oko. Yes, no problem at all. Lovely. My next door neighbour's noisy today, isn't he? Right. Okay. That's that. Thank you very much. Do you have any dendritic agate or opal cabs? Yes, I think we do. We shall write those on the list for you. 142. Yes, I think all is good in the world with the tracker, so that's good. Let's put that there. Excellent morning, Naomi. Do you know, I was thinking about you the other day, and I never got out to your students. What happened to that? You must nag me. Free this morning. I thought you'd pop and say hi. And then, that we haven't seen you for ages. So that's nice. Nice to see you. Right. Do we have any dendritic agate cabs? We probably do. In fact, I'm quite sure we do. So I'll write that down. Dend agate caps. Okay, that's that done. Okay, they're for you then, Lynn. Let me put those there. Okay, and then the other thing that I found is Mrs. Dong, our pearl supplier. She came to visit me last weekend. We had such a lovely weekend. We went out into the Cotswolds and did little shops, and it was really lovely. And then we went to Warwick Castle on Sunday. I was umming and ahhing of where to take them. So we went to Warwick Castle, but unfortunately it was really bad weather. So it rained and rained and rained, and we all got totally soaked. And then none of the activities happened. So they do jousting and all sorts in Warwick Castle. So that was a bit of a shame, but we had a nice time, and we went into the dungeons, and that made everybody laugh because that's quite entertaining. So Warwick Castle was a good day, but in the process, she bought pearls for me, but only this little hanker pearls, and they're ever so cute. They really are cute. And then she also she loves Johnny. She absolutely loves Johnny. And because I think purely because he eats a lot, really. And in China, he just loved all the food, and she was bringing him everything. So she brought massive prawns for him. Then she wanted to make him dumplings, but he works, and she was going to do this on Saturday night, but he works on a Saturday night. So for breakfast on Sunday, you might have seen it in our stories, I got up and she was sitting there making all the little dumplings, and they were so good. They were so delicious. And she made this sweet and sour pork thing. Oh, it was all fantastic. Really nice. Really, really, really nice. Yes, very nice indeed. So, yeah. But in there, she bought pearls, which is the part that you guys are interested in, not my general life. Right, let me put this on. We can put the other camera on as well. And I'll show you these pearls because we'll have a look at these, see if anyone wants these, because they are just... I don't know whether it's just a few that she had around. I don't know where they came from, really. She just brought them with her. Life has been a little bit busy. Have a new puppy. How exciting. What kind of puppy? Carl said the other day, I think you need to get a dog. Who just told me to volunteer for the Cinnamon Trust? One of our lovely customers said I should volunteer for the Cinnamon Trust because that way I get to walk a dog without owning a dog. So I did just that, and I volunteered, and I've been accepted. I'm now on the list, but nobody wants the dog walking. So I was like, brilliant. There's no one in your area who needs their dog walking. That can't be true, can it? Somebody must. It's just no one's registered on the other end of Cinnamon Trust. But it was really good. Are there any of the crazy hearts from a few weeks ago? Crosses and rose quartz and labradorite. I don't think I've got any crosses. Crazy lace hearts. I don't remember those. Where are they? 3-dimensional hearts? Crazy lace. Lisa might know. I think you did very well with the dumplings. It was harder than it looked, but it was very therapeutic. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Staffy. Oh, they're nice dogs, aren't they? The nannies of dogs, don't they call them? A puppy. That would add a whole layer of excitement into my life. And destruction, I'm sure, Naomi. And destruction is what you get with a puppy. Right, now that that one, it's going to make a noise. Doesn't matter what you do, it always makes the noise. Right, that's it. Okay, let's press the button. Here they are, our beautiful chunky hearts of crazy lace. I will double check with the boss. Right, these are the pearl strands that Mrs. Dong bought. I don't know if Candy's in today. Are you in, Candy? Because she'll like these. We always talk about what we're doing at the weekend. What's everybody up to at the weekend? Everybody must be all doing craft fairs and everything by now, and doing your Christmas shopping and being very organised, I'm sure. So what am I doing at the weekend is I am flying to China and losing on the weekend, because you lose a whole day of your life going to China. So I fly out tomorrow night, which is quite nice because that means I don't have to pack till tomorrow. So I'm taking it all really, really leisurely, I must say. I've not even checked if I've got any currency. I've not done anything. So I have found the key to the safe, if anyone was concerned about my lack of key to the safe, because the passport is in the safe. So I know that's there. So I will be packing tomorrow. I have to buy some gifts for the Chinese suppliers. I must do that tomorrow. And then Sunday, we don't get there till Sunday night. So you leave Saturday night and you get there Sunday night. So that's me. So what's everyone else doing? Anyone up to anything fun? You're picking up. Chris is picking up a new puppy tomorrow as well. What kind of puppy are you picking up, Chris? I think you should all put them on Inspire. That will cheer me right up. Yay. It's just Puppy Central. Right, pearls. Does anyone want any of these pearl strands? I will split them into individual strands so you can buy each one. I think they're the same. But we can code them up. We can code them up with individual codes. A papillion. That doesn't sound like a puppy. I'm just going to Google it. Puppy. Oh, that's cute. Yes, the lady at the back of Annie has one of these. Massive ears. Oh, very cute. Very cute. I think you should document the day of a traveling gemologist. What day do you want, Elysian? Do you want the day of traveling? We pack this and then we go, or when would I do it? What day is best to do it? When we get up in China and then the whole day of going out looking at this and this and how it all goes on off behind the scenes, we could do that. We could. That would be fun. Or the last day, the madness of the last day. Right, okay. Right. Right, sorry, I'm in my tracker again. Stripping paint off my garden bench with a blowtorch. Sounds rewarding. Sounds like one of those things that you put off doing, and then when you actually do it, it has a huge sense of, you get a huge sense of satisfaction from using a blowtorch to partially destroy something. It's how I feel about the tip run. Behind the scenes in China. Okay, what do you want to know? What exactly do you want to know? What happens in China? So we normally I have a kind of vague plan that we follow. So we get to China. I normally show you the hotel room because I think all of these things create a fear for people. Things like, what's the hotel like, and are the toilets going to be weird? Yes, they are weird in China. But we could definitely do that. Morning, Beth. So we do that. Then we normally, when I'm in India, I always do the walk to work, don't I? So we do the walk to work. We can do that in China because it's actually quite a walk from the hotel to the marketplace. We can look at the weird stuff on the way. There's loads of weird stuff to see on the way because it has this sort of open market full of different food stands. We normally get a coffee, which is nice. And then, yeah, we could go right through the day and show you what we do, what we eat. Do you want to know? What do you want to know? Everything that we do? It would be quite fun. Right. Let's see. Right. What am I doing? Does anyone know? Do you want to look at yesterday's? Show us a bit of the rubbish they try and fool us with. Well, that's always a tricky thing to film. I mean, I can and I will, but it's always a bit tricky because obviously you have to film it knowing you're not going to buy it, and the people are like, and they know what you're saying. But so we can do that, all the junk that this is what we don't buy. I've often thought of doing posts of this is what we won't buy. So maybe we could do that. That you won't find this, you'll only find this. Yes, that would be nice. Right, I've got pearls. We can do, right, you need to decide what we're doing because otherwise I'm going to float around through the day. I've got Reuqests, dendritic agate cabs and crazy lace hearts already. We have got the catch up from yesterday. We had the Okos, which is the big quartz dome filled with the crystals. We've got some agate slices. We have, I'm trying to think now, quartz points. We've got... what else did we bring? Nodules of agate. I think that was about it, really. And then I've got these pearls that Mrs. Dong left us that we can definitely bring you, and the request. So it's up to you to guide me along my way. The biggest strand of pearls on the camera, please. Right, so let's split these off and give them some codes. And then if anybody wants them, you can have them. You want the bigger potatoes. Let's pull them off the hank. The hank itself is awkward today. Not going to want to pull. No, I can't get that to pull off. So let me just go and grab some scissors. Not that we would normally cut the hank, but desperate times and all. Right, let's just chop it off because the hank is in itself a bit odd. That one. Let's do the big ones. You're not going to come off? No, because I've pulled on it. That's the problem, in the wrong place. I've got 2 strands of nuggets there, and then these are the larger potatoes. It's in a right mess today. Properly taffled it up by fidgeting with it, I think. Just 1 second while we untaffle it. I always feel Fleur is the queen of undoing a knot. I don't know if anyone knows this incredible skill that Fleur has. I guess from that she's acquired during pearl knotting, maybe. Nearly. Right, okay. There's that one. And there's one other large strand there. Right, so let's do, I've got 2 of this. These are very, very similar. So they're a multicolored, high luster pearl string, quite smooth, the odd mark on some of them. But a nice selection of colours you've got there. Look at those. Golds and purples and all sorts of different colours. All of these are, I'm trying to just think, sorry. All of these strings are £14 a string. So they're all the same price. Let me just pop them in here into my machine. 1 second. We can give them a code. Everything's on the go slow. You know, when everything's got a bit of a, it's having a moment and it's all not quite loading quite right. It's having one of those days. Right, pearl strings. I wonder why it's not playing nicely. Let's give them a code. They're £14 a string, 227TM. And I've got 2 of that string, if anyone wants those. There's just 2 of that one. 227TM. Yeah, they are beautiful. Really nice colours. Almost blue, some of them. Really nice. TTM. 227TM, sorry, £14 a string. I'm going to have to close it down and reopen it. I think it's not working. That's gone to Beverly and the other one to Chris. But if you could just bear with me because that's on the go slow. So they have sold out. Okay. Then these, they will have to do them individually because they're both very different. This is a lovely one. These have got pinks and blues. I don't know what the colours are coming out like here, but that's quite a nice shape. An off-round, almost potato shape. Pinks and purples. That one is also, they're all 14. So 228ZW. 228ZW. Morning, Rani. How are you? No, the whole computer is not working properly. It's very noisy next door today, isn't it? 228 has gone to Chris. The trouble is, I'm not documenting these. 1 second. Then let's put all the rest in the shot. Oh, come on. Nothing's doing as it should. We have to shut the whole live off if I have to close it down. Nothing's working. No, I think I'm going to have to turn you off, guys. Just a second. It's just not. Right, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to turn off the main computer. I have a funny feeling that this screen, the closed screen, might stay live, so we might not lose the whole live stream. But I'm going to have to turn it off because it's just not working. So bear with me. And I'm coming right back, and I might still be here. You never know. This. Can you still see me? That's the question. Can you still see me? Oh, happy birthday, Rani. So I don't know if you can still see this screen here. We'll just wait for the computer to restart up. And then let's have a look. Oh, you can still see me. Lucky you guys. Right, we'll give this one a code then. This next one is, that's the wrong pen, £14. This one is your pale pinks and purples. That one is 229DG for that string. And then let's have a look for others that are similar. Let's do it right. And those two are similar. And we're going to do those two next because they're a little bit similar. Right, we've got this back up. Right, it seems to be working a little bit better. Welcome if you've just joined us to our broken system. Right, let's have a look because this is. Enter.
think we're back on. I think we're back in. Let's do this.
Yay!
Yay! Am I back? Have I done it? Right, pearl strings. We got 2 of those, 1 of those. Let me just catch back up now. So I had 2270M. I actually have that down there. Getting on my own nerves now. Right, 227. TM is here. Pearl string, pearl string. Right, so 227s, let's start from the beginning, went to Beverly Jackson and 1 went to Chris Puffer. Okay, and then 2 that was 2. And that was Chris Puffer. Then 228 went to Chris Puffer. And then 229, let's have a look, went to Elysian. Right, so that's 229 gone. Sorry about the delay there, everybody. Then I've got 2 very similar strings here, and these are little rounds. Shall I give them a measure? I think they're 2 to 3 millimeters. 2 to 3 millimeter rounds. 230VO are £14 a string. Those ones are 230VO. Near in, I'd say, really on the 3 millimeter side of 2 millimeters. Just narrowing it down there, caveating it. 14, right, okay. If anyone wants those, they're lovely. They're lovely strings, though. Almost rounds, lots of lovely colours. 230VO. Did I see Jane's bid? Happy birthday. Good morning. No, I didn't see. I only had a couple, Rani, thank you. But yes, happy birthday, Rani. Right, 230. I've got 1 for Beverly. Anyone else for the other one? Really nice, very nice colours. 230VO. Anyone else for the other string there? And then what have I got left on my hank? Some real cuties. I'm trying to see what's similar to what. Those 2 are similar. So that's one of those or one of those. Let's put it in there. Right, next up is a small nugget string. Look at that. They're nice. I'm going to do them at a slightly lower price. I think they should sit at a slightly lower price just because they're very dinky. So I'm going to do them at £12.50 a string for the smaller sizes. Let's do that one, and one. There's 3 of these at £12.50, and they are 231GR. 231GR at £12.50. Very, very cute size, aren't they? 231. Let's put that. 231's got one for Beverly. Yeah, I understand. Anyone else for those? And then on the other sizes, let's have a look at these. These are quite nice. No, these are all natural colours. They're all natural. So here you've got, again, a 2 to 3 mil multicoloured, quite round though, aren't they? It's a nice string. We'll do those at 12.50 as well. 232JW, 12.50. And that is that code, 232JW at 12.50 for those last 4 strings. So let's just put those in here. Anyone for those? Nice, some nice gold colours in there as well. Very, very pretty. So I've got 1230 remaining. So I've got one of this size. This is 230. 2232s for Elysian. So I've got 2 of these remaining and 2 of these remaining. If anyone wants to snap these up, and then they'll be gone, gone, gone. They're very cute, aren't they? Very cute. Almost seed pearl size. When we're thinking about doing findings in China, how do we all feel about findings? Do you want sterling silver findings or base metal findings? That's the question. Anyone else? You can't leave me with these. I would have had to give them back to Mrs. Dong. 230VO. 122. I think that's right. 221. Yes, that's right. A 232 for Becky. 232. Thank you, Becky, and good morning. Have a lovely weekend. Have a nice weekend for your birthday as well, Rani. 232. So there's one of this string remaining. One of that one. I've got 2 of this one. And 1 of this one remaining. Oh, there you go. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? I'm going to have to move on. Are you sure? Right. Okay, I'll move on. So now's not the time to get mixed up. Then we've got 2, 3, 1s. 2, 3, 1 for Becky. Thank you, Becky. And then 2, 3, 0. Brilliant. Right. Done, done, done. Next up, what would everybody like to do now? So we've got the few bits left from last night. And we have got a couple of requests. We could do those. Shall we try and do the requests? So I've got dendritic agate cabs and crazy lace hearts. So let me try and locate those and then I'll be right back. I will remove this screen for you so you're not looking at absolutely nothing and you'll have to just wait here for a second. Thank you.
Right, sorry, disappeared totally for a second there. I'm back. Did you ever find the other box of rejects? I haven't looked for those yet. I'll have to have a look. I usually use sterling or gold-filled findings. I really like the clasps you showed with the pearls. Seeing more of this style in the markets. Can't find them anywhere that sells them. I think they're interesting alternatives to customers that like gold. So, so do you want me to look for a gold-plated version of those findings, Elysian? Any inspiration, just chuck it at us. Just direct messages and say inspiration, because that will really help. Right, Claire, are you still there for your dendritic agate cabs? Jackie, on the crazy, is it the crazy lace hearts we sold from the crystal wholesaler? That's what Lisa just said. And I was like, I do remember selling those, because we don't have those here. So I don't think I've got any. I do have dendritic agate cabs though. Let's have a look at the code for these. It's chilly out in that main body of the office. Oh, I spelled dendritic wrong. Mixed shape cabochons. Do you have any jade? I don't think we've got any jade. We're not going to be doing jade while we're in China either. So no jade currently. Is there a particular type of jade you're after, Becky? That would be good to know. Good quality sterling silver, gold-plated sterling silver. We will have a look. Right. On the way. Here we go. I'm just trying to get it to load. I've got EFG. I'm just trying to find the prices. It's not going very well doing it that way. Let me just check the website. E. The trouble is, I don't know how to work it. Here you are. This one is £7. So this is letter E. For £7. So you can just bid letter E. Can you see that? No? Because I haven't put the screen back on, have I?
Here you are. That's better. You can now see what I'm doing. I've got letter E for £7. I've got letter F. Is £7. Letter G. Oh no. G is £7. And I can bet you £7. There you are. Right, let's have a look. After one that looks like the trees with the snow, if that helps. Okay, let's have a look. Letter E then. I don't want to throw you off your cells, but can you ask about Argentium versus sterling silver? Yes, I can tell you what is in my head about Argentium versus sterling silver. The person to ask is Elizabeth Hunt, because she works for Argentium. And she knows an awful lot about. Any bigger than that? Okay, let me just run through these, Claire. So Argentium is a purer silver than sterling silver. So sterling silver we call 925, and that means it's 92.5% silver. And the rest of that is different alloys that make up the metal. This is letter F. Argentium is a purer silver than 925, so it has more silver in it. But it also has an alloy called germanium, which means that it fuses. So it's a very clever material. It tarnishes slower than than sterling silver. So they say it doesn't tarnish, but it does tarnish. It just doesn't take as long to tarnish. And it's a great metal if you're learning to make jewelry and you want to practice and you're nervous of soldering, because it actually sticks to itself. So if you are making jewelry and you're trying to solder two flat pieces together, you need those to be absolutely perfectly aligned. So they have to sit really tight. You can't have gaps like this or the solder won't go into the gap. So you need it to be really perfect. Whereas if you're using Argentium and you get it and it's gaps like this, because of the metals actually fused together, it will kind of melt together. That's what it looks like. It's not melted, it's fused, but and it will join together. So you don't need those perfect skills. So it's a great one to learn to play with metals. It does act a little bit, it acts very differently to sterling silver. So but it's great metal to play with because you'll get those skill sets and you can make make really nice jewelry. So you can have it hallmarked. It's a higher as I said, it's a higher fineness than sterling silver, and it's just really, really clever. So I don't know what else you want to know, Tracy, about it, but I would recommend Argentium. I think it's a really interesting metal. I have done some work with Argentium before, and I think it is quite fascinating. So because you can fuse things, you can fuse bits of gold to it, and you don't have to worry about your soldering techniques. You don't have to be an extremely skilled metal worker to be able to use it. So I think it's a really good entry in to working with sterling silver. If anyone disagrees or you have a view, pop it in the comments. I'd love to know what everyone thinks, because I know it is very different. If you're used to working with sterling silver, then you might struggle to work with it because it works a little bit differently. So it reacts a little bit differently. If you're looking to purchase Argentium, then it's great because it's a high fineness of silver. It tarnishes less than silver, so it takes longer to tarnish than silver. But other than that, and it's quite a white metal, so it's a little bit whiter than silver. So it ticks all your boxes as a customer, as a consumer as well. Alicia says, on another random note, I've had lots of issues with sterling silver bolt rings not closing properly. Not sure if there's a manufacturing issue which might be worth looking out for. I bought them from the well-known suppliers this year, but about 50% don't close properly. Interesting. So the bolt ring function, the little spring inside, that's not working. Is that what you're saying, Lycian? That it's not actually working? And when you're saying it from well-known suppliers being Cookson's, Shopping Telly, all of those sorts of suppliers, that would be good. I'll have a look at Argentium, Tracy says. Yes, definitely do. Have a look at it on a consumer level and also if you're into make. I don't think you make jewellery, Tracy, do you? So I'm not sure that was your question. Right, sorry. E was this pebble-shaped one with lots of gorgeous dendrites in there. That's E. F is another pebble, also beautiful dendrites for £7. G, that's the wrong way around. G is oval for £7. And I, if you wish to bid, you just type in the code. Had the same issue with bolt rings. Interesting. So we'll have a look at, I'll look out, see what we can do there. Right, so those are the, I'll see if I've got any larger dendritic agate cabs, just a second. I did pick up, we've got a few wind charms. Now, if I open this, is going to be really loud, but I thought you might like them. With Christmas coming up, I think they're quite a good Christmas gift. The trouble is, if I undo it, I'm never going to get it back in the packet, am I? Let's have a go. Because I think a wind charm is quite a nice gift. Just one sec. Oh, this one's broken. Oh, what a shame. It's so pretty. I'll try not to make too much noise. Oh, look at that. That's a really cool wind charm, isn't it? But unfortunately, this one is broken. But we'll bring you those as well in a minute, just to say. Very loud, very loud. 1 minute. Ah, so you're thinking about making jewellery. Then Argentium is a good call. They have a website, Argentium, the Guild of Argentium as well, I think it is. Do we have any? Lisa's gone to have a look. I've got my tray here. They're all little ones, all of them. They're all little ones, look. Hey, Christine, I'm all right, thank you. I'm all right. 138SD. These are all small as well, Claire. I think this is the largest one, about 25 millimeters. 106 CT. 143 AQ. 160 DW. Don't think we've got the carnelian leaves either. Not doing very well today, am I? This one is 990 ND and this one is 140 KQ. Let's see if Lisa had any luck. So there are those ones. If I just lay those out for you. No, no bigger ones. That's it, Claire, I'm afraid. Let's pop those ones away. Any carnelian leaf strands, Lise? I think they sold out as well, didn't they? Sorry, Claire. Sorry. I've got the box here, Lise. Yeah. We'll keep our eye out for those. Here we go. That's in there. I thought we had the really big ones. Yeah. That's the ones, the very white ones. Yeah. No, we must have sold them. That's the trouble. That is the trouble with selling stuff. Is that it sells. 140 KQ. Yeah, can do. Here you are. This is 140 KQ. Very cute. I do like dendritic agate. There you are. Right, next, crazy lace hearts. That's my only requests, people. They're my only requests I've got in, which means we have to move on to other stuff. Unless anyone's got any other requests, then pop them into the comments for me. Let's just take that one away. Oh, sorry, I've knocked you. The tea is very cold. I probably should have put a tea request in. Talk about what Alyssa was talking about. I've recently purchased a bracelet from a well-known store beginning with T. Okay.
I don't know which store it is. A shop in a high street shop, and the glass didn't meet correctly. I had to get it replaced. That's unusual. You should have taken it back, I'd say, if it doesn't work. So right, I shall make a note of that while I'm out and about. So we were talking about with the Pearl people the different quality and findings in different places within China. So I am starting to do a bit of research into that. No jade carvings hanging around, I'm afraid. We can get you jade carvings. We're not doing a jade show. We were thinking about doing a jade show, but we've been given a really awesome opportunity for next year for jade. So we won't be doing a jade show while we're in China. So maybe if you're not in a rush, hang on for our awesome opportunity. Because that will be fun. Right, okay. Tiffany. Oh, you bought one from Tiffany's? So you bought a bracelet from Tiffany's and the clasp didn't meet correctly. Did you take it back to Tiffany? So, right. So if you bought it from Tiffany's store, then first of all, I would take it back to Tiffany and complain because they will have very high standards. If you bought it in a second-hand market, be very careful buying branded jewelry in a second-hand market. I used to be a branded jewelry buyer for the second-hand market, recycled jewelry buyer. And Tiffany and Cartier are the two really most faked brands that are out there. The Cartier Love Bangle, which is the one that looks like it's got nuts and bolts on it with a screw. Sorry, it's a screw, isn't it? With that is the most faked piece of jewelry in the marketplace. So it is really faked. I once made a video on Instagram about the fake. I think it was a fake Cartier piece. And Instagram wouldn't let me post it. So they obviously pay an awful lot of money for us not to talk about that problem. So just be extra, extra careful if you're buying second-hand Tiffany or Cartier, any branded jewelry really, because the factories that make the original piece often then sell off the dupes into the marketplace as well. So it's really hard to determine if it's a real genuine Tiffany or Cartier piece. And if you return it to them for repair, they'll get very annoyed if it's not. I don't think they're as bad as Rolex. Rolex crush the watch. If you send in a fake Rolex, they just crush it. I don't think they're that bad, but they won't repair it. So, but yes, they did quickly and they replaced it good because I would imagine they are normally quite good, Tiffany. I restrained a bracelet, faux Tiffany, and you couldn't tell it was fake. They are, well, as I said, they're made in the same factories, so they're normally absolutely spot on. The only way I would buy Tiffany is with the box and papers. So you need the original receipt from Tiffany and then the box and papers. With diamonds from Tiffany, they actually laser onto a different part of the diamond than everybody else, and a very, very tiny mark that even I needed 20 times lens to read. So they mark all their diamonds individually. So you know if the diamond jewelry is real. That's on a solitaire diamond though. Anything small they won't mark. But for their main pieces, it is going to be difficult. However, we're now going into the world of blockchain in jewelry. So you're looking at them being enabling us to put tiny QR codes onto all sorts of things that can be read by very, very high magnification. So I think that marketplace, all these questions in the luxury industry are going to start to disappear because you're going to move into blockchain where things are much tighter, and you'll have a digital passport for anything that you purchase with any value. So we're now moving into that world. So that will make it much better when we can actually prove the origin of the pieces. We can prove that it is genuine by using the blockchain. So there are some really positive stories to be told there. Lynn says, I got my 2 pearl strands. Not sure if they are called Fireball, code 11B and 12. They are amazing. I think I need another 11BD. So we don't call them Fireball. We would call them Baroques. I can have a look and see if we've got another 11BD for you. The Fireball pearls originally were made with earth. So they would plant inside the mollusk a bead and then some mud. And so I don't sell these. I never bought these in any of my lives, because what happens is that it rots and they stink after so many years. So I've never really dealt with them. They have the look of a Baroque and they're quite often much more dramatic than a Baroque because of the way they've been made. But I don't think you want a pearl that in 5 years is going to be rotting. That's not going to be very nice. Christine says, I had bought the necklace version from Tiffany and Bond Street store, and the necklace went dark and smelled of heavy metal smell. I returned the next day, and eventually they replaced it, but I had to order from abroad. I'm not having much luck buying from Tiffany, but they were brilliant in store. So again, you can purchase Tiffany on their website and it comes from abroad, which is, I'm presuming, what they're making you do. So that is, which is a bit pants, isn't it? Because you want to buy Tiffany in the UK and you want it to be there in the UK. And then they hallmark each one as it comes in from abroad. So yeah, a bit frustrating. But generally, if you're buying Tiffany, it's going to retain a brand value. That's the idea. Because if you actually were buying Tiffany for its metal weight alone, which you would never buy a piece of jewelry for its metal weight alone, but you get what I'm saying. If you were to buy it, like Pandora, the markup is insane. You're buying the brand, you're putting your money in behind the brand, but at least with Tiffany you're going to retain some brand value. So if you ever came to sell the item on, it would retain some of its value. Whereas if you were buying Pandora, if you've ever tried to sell any of your Pandora, you'll know that you get scrap silver price for it, and it's worth 20p or something. They're just not worth anything. But at least buying Tiffany, Christine, you are buying into a brand. But make sure you keep your boxes and paperwork, so if you ever come to sell it on, you've got that identification with you. Fireballs does, I've come across them and they do absolutely stink. I wasn't sure, it just looked like a flame coming out the pearl. It is. I'll go and have a look, see if we've got any more. Did you find mother of pearl inlaid trays in China? Could you please put them on direct messages, Bridget, and it will go onto a list. We'll have a look, see if I can find that. Will you be able to get any leaf strands in China and carnelian or any other gems like aventurine? If you could just direct message that to us, then it goes onto a list. Sorry to seem as if I'm deferring you onto a messaging service, but it's because it gets collated in a list, and as you know, I don't remember things well, so it has to go into a list, otherwise I'll just totally forget. So we have a special list where everything that people are looking for, and it can just be inspirational ideas or pieces, not that if we find that, please could you tell me, but just it's nice to have some ideas. Let me go and have a look and see if there are 11 BDs left for you, Lynn. Just a second. Are there any 11 BD straps? Ooh, I found lots. That's it. Where would you be able to get me? Yes, lovely. Such a good seller, but I was upset how it turned so quickly. Online wasn't helpful. The store ladies were amazing. Keep the boxes and the receipts.
Keep the boxes. Look at all these 11 BDs, Lynn. So let me pick you a nice one. Oh, I like that pearl. But let's see if that's, I'm just gonna, that one's loose. Just gonna hold them up and look a bit closer. Oh, yeah. These are great value for money, aren't they? So Lynn bought these, but you get so many pearls on your string. They're £40 a string, but you just get so many pearls that makes it really affordable. This one is 11 BD, $39.50. So these are my 3 favourite strings. So how many pearls do you get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 on that one. Works out £2.32 a pearl. I mean, that is insane value for money. Lynn, did you want another one? Should I pick you the best one? I think this one is the winner at the moment. Oh, it's got some jumper fluff on there. Yes, they're pretty. This strand I like. It's got a touch of some blue tints in there. Let's do this one. Anyone else want a hand selected one? Let me know and I will pick you. Oh, that's nice. Just a really nice pearl. That's yours, Lynn. These spare stickers. Yes, this will do. Anyone else for one per strand of those? Just put you on the list. BD, and they are $39.50 a string, and that one's gone to Lynn. Janet's done amazing. Oh, Christine, weren't they nice? So Jan did Christine's pearls for her, Jan Dwyer, and when you sent it through, absolutely beautiful. What a great job. These are 11BD. One string is $39.50. Based on 17 pearls on a string, that is £2.32 per pearl. So very, very, very affordable. They are going to be an affordable pearl string, so you'll find that some pearls will have pits or marks, like this one's at the bottom, but there should be one good side on each pearl so that you can maneuver them. If you got a totally clean pit-free pearl, then you would be looking at much more money. But these are nice, really affordable pearl strings. Gorgeous, aren't they? Gorgeous. Loving, absolutely loving those. Look at that. Look at the colours. Look at the colours on there. Yes, I can pick you a string. It's very exciting. I do like the personal shopping element of the job. That's nice. I've picked two good ones. I have. I think we're going to go for this top one, Tracy. Let's do this one. Oh, there we go. I'll just do a sticker. Anyone else for one? Running out of space today. Lovely, I got you there, Tracy. You're welcome. Anyone else want one while I'm at it? Or any more pearls? I've got some amber somewhere as well if anyone wants amber. We haven't seen amber for a while, have we? Yes, very beautiful. This one I must have picked up as well. Oh, thank you, Christine. Excuse the cough. Yeah, that's a nice string. They're all good, aren't they? Right. What else should we look at? Let's go for a little. I'll just pop these back and then we can go for a little wander. Right, I'm back. Right, anything else for anyone? Let me see what else there is. It's very hard to maneuver around with this camera, this setup. Let's see what we had yesterday. We had the reject rose quartz points yesterday. I've got a few more of those. A customer did message about those last night. I can't remember. Can we see the amber? You can. Let me find that. I'll see if I can find the other reject box as well. Right, amber wise, let's have a look, see what we've got in the world of amber. Do you have any kunzite cabs or drops? We had a kunzite in the rejects yesterday, didn't we? But I don't think we've got kunzite and cabs. We'll check with Lisa in just a second. Amber, there's not a lot left. A couple of amber strands. This one. Oh, such a nice colour, isn't it? Nice, pretty, pretty, pretty. Gorgeous chunky chips there. 44YU, 1950. And they are, sorry about coughing on you, gorgeous colour. Nice and bright. That one is 44YU. I've got 2 of that strand left. 2 of that one. I've got 1. of this one is the Baltic Amber Natural Untreated strand, I think. This one is 45WO for 1950. Nice, aren't they? I forget how much I like amber till we get it back out. It's one of those gemstones. Comes in and out of my mind. 1950, 45WO. Then we have got, these are really nice. I remember this strand. The cherry. These cherry red amber beads, aren't they nice? 4mm round. Their code is 54QW for £24. The 4mm red ambers. Any honeycomb shapes? No, I don't think so. I'll double check. But I think they well and truly sold out. Then what else have we got in here? Let me look for the honeycombs. These are just the last in stocks, really. This one. No, I've got bees in the cab. A couple of cab sizes. Oh no, I don't have any honeycomb shapes. I've got 2 of the bees left. These are nice. Oh, look. Isn't it nice? It's an intaglio, so it's carved out the back of the cab. And then you've got your little bee. And I think it's really sweet. Yes. 2 of those left. 60 IC for £16.50. And I've got 2 of those left. That's about all. Kunzite, I'll just double check for you, Claire. I feel like we need a little trip out to India to get the cabs back up and running, don't you, Claire? Do we have any Kunzite cabs? I don't think we do. Well, do you know, I might have. I can see a packet of them somewhere in my mind. Let me go and have a look. You'd like a bee? You can have a bee. Just a minute. Let me put that on.
These.
What have you found? Ah.
These were the customers asked us to buy extra of, and then we've got a few.
Oh, let's do those. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, they're pretty. Let me just put a bee in for you. Just a minute. 60 IC. Okay, lovely. Oh, it's so clever how they do intaglios. Right, so Lisa's saying these are a few lines where we got asked for extras. So these were the popular things from one of our, I think it was from when we were, maybe from when we were in China, and then everyone got them and said, could we have some more? And then we ordered. So someone might have asked for 2 more or something, but we ordered 5. These are very nice. So these are your chrysoprase coins. Pretty and sparkly. 1950 a strand. The code for those is 205CP. 1950. And if there's anything you bought from our previous China lives, you can send us the codes and we'll try and put it into this time's live. That's the bag that was in my mind. We found the Kunzite cabs. No price. Guess the price. Thank you very much. I've got it somewhere. So that one is 205CP for 1950. I've got those. I've got the same in flower agate. slightly larger size, these ones. Oh, aren't they nice? What a lovely strand. Shazane, you just type 205 CP into the comments and then that will get you one. The coins are pretty, aren't they? Really pretty. So this one is 562 MI and it is 1550 for your flower agate coins. I've got 3 of that strand. 205 CP. And that is anyone for the flower agates? They're really lovely. Was it China where you got your fancy bracelet from? Yes. And we're definitely going back down to that. That was a special part of the market which sold all the really cool inclusions. And it was on, I think it was the last day, or it was very close to the last day. And yeah, I've got to go back. Very, very cold tea. And then I've got 2 of these, and these were so popular. The flower agate code is 562, MI at 50, 562. Let me put it into the system. Okay. 562 MI. I've got 1 for Shazane and 1 for Elysian on the flower agate. There is 1 strand left and that's it. Right, these are really popular. I've only got 2. The code is 510YT. They are £6.50. And these are the mother of pearl ovals. So these were reordered. Oh, they were really pretty. And there's a whole mother of pearl shop in China as well. And the choice is mental. It's so hard to choose that, yeah, I couldn't. It was too difficult. We did do quite a lot of mother of pearl. Code again, 510YT, £6.50. I've only got 2 strands of that left. And that's very nice, isn't it? They're really, really pretty. It's a really nice bracelet. So it was a stretchy bracelet. I bought it as a stretchy bracelet, but then I had it knotted so that I was worried it might snap as a stretchy bracelet with a gold clasp. Very nice indeed. A 510 for Chris Puffer. YT. Excuse me, sorry, it's most irritating. Other things to say, actually, and the other one's gone to Becky Hutch, thank you. I think today in the email, I don't know what time the email's coming out today. I thought it normally came out in the morning, but it hasn't come out yet. Right, okay. So, other things to say. In the email that you're going to receive telling us we're going to China, shortly after that, I don't know when, over the next couple of days probably, you're going to receive an email about Black Friday. So anyone who's been watching Charmers Gems for many years knows of my dislike of Black Friday. And the fact it's all just a con, and it makes it really hard for small makers particularly who feel that they have to compete with Black Friday. So the trouble that I have with Black Friday
one of the troubles, let me just go on a little rant about Black Friday. There's a lot of problems with Black Friday, but what happens is consumers believe that Black Friday is going to be packed full of amazing offers and they're going to get some sort of bargain. So they stop buying in November, and it's really hard to sell anything for any retailer in November because people think, oh, I won't get it now because what if it goes into a Black Friday sale? So for small people, it's grown traction. It used to be, I mean, I think it used to have some bargains in it, but Black Friday is not about bargain hunting anymore. It's just a sales day where they are out. I've been a buyer for big companies, and the deals are not deals. They are high margin opportunities, are lines that have been bought in for Black Friday promotions. You normally get a smaller quantity. They can make more money off the Black Friday campaigns than they can their regular campaigns. So it is not true. It's not true. And it really makes it hard for small businesses because they feel they have to do something. So whereas we maybe used to be able to do free P&P, post and packaging now is so expensive that to run free post and packaging is going to eat a lot of the money that you've made on your piece of jewelry if you're selling jewelry, or on your gemstones, whatever you're selling. It eats a massive chunk. So free P&P is now really it's so expensive. It's very ineffective for a business and a high cost to a business. So I have this dislike for Black Friday because I think it's so unfair to small businesses, and the big businesses are all just having you on. And there has been reports released. It's not just me on a rant. You can see, if you look back for Black Friday reports released of how these are not deals. They are not in consumer favor. They're in the business's favor. So it's just a way to get people to make money. And the knock-on effect of November's sales being really difficult means that people start their Black Friday offers at the beginning of November because they feel desperate that nothing's selling. So it's a sort of self-perpetual irritation, but it is now what it is. It's a big sales event and you can't ignore it. And we like a sales event. We love that. We love a sales event. It's a good idea, but it needs to be cleverly done. So for last year, for Black Friday, I don't know if anyone remembers our Black Friday campaign last year. It was, I'm not doing Black Friday. I said, I'm not doing it because I'm sick to death of the lies. So we ran an anti-Black Friday campaign. And I said, I tell you what, you have to be signed up. Because the other thing that annoys me is you just get bombarded in your inbox full of Black Friday rubbish from the beginning of November right the way through to the end of November, and your inbox is just full of Black Friday offers that aren't offers. So I said, we're not doing it. We're going to run only to people who sign up for the Black Friday campaign will be sent out the campaign. So we're not going to spam everybody with incorrect offers and all of that. So we sent out this anti-Black Friday email, which had an enormous response, and we had hundreds and hundreds of people sign up to the Black Friday campaign. So I was like, okay. So then we ran an offer. I can't remember what the offer was, but I can tell you it was genuine because we wouldn't run a non-genuine offer, and had a really good Black Friday. Actually, it was very successful last year. So this year I was like, right, okay. What we're going to do is, I'm still not bombarding people who don't want Black Friday campaigns in their inbox. So we're going to do the same thing again. You're going to get a sign-up sheet. You have to be part of it. But what I'm going to do is, while I'm in China, I am going to negotiate 4 deals for you. And I'm going to negotiate them so you can see. So we're going to find some deals and I'm going to negotiate, and Emily is going to film what she can of the negotiation to prove to you this is what they should have been and this is what I managed to negotiate. So these are going to be genuine, 4 genuine Black Friday deals that will come out on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Black Friday. It goes across the whole weekend. So you'll get 1 a day, and they are genuine, but you have to be signed up because I am not bombarding people who don't want to be bombarded with campaigns. So that's it. So you have to be signed up, and then you get the 4 offers. So that will come out as we announce China, because we need to know approximately how many I need to buy. So I need you, if you want to sign up to it, you need to sign up to it straight away. I'm wondering if I can find it somewhere. Let me have a look, see if I've got it. I don't know why the email hasn't come out this morning. I must have the test email, Black Friday email. Right. So it says click here. You need to sign up here. Let me see. Sign up for exclusive Black Friday offers. Here we go. You can test it for me, guys. I'll sign up. Right. That is the link in the email. It should be coming up on YouTube and Facebook now. It's not very pretty a link, sorry. Click on that, see if it works for me, first of all, and sign up. So Lynn says, I'm with you on Black Friday. Apart from the crack and run on Amazon, is that actually a deal? I don't know. Amazon, you can't include Amazon because Amazon do really weird things, don't they? So I don't know. I've never analysed the Amazon Black Friday deals. The famous money supermarkets say exactly the same. They are not bargains. Thank you very much, Tracy. Normally up the price the month before and reduce it back down. That is another amazing retailer technique. Yeah. So that's it. So Fiona, I've just popped that link there. It has, I don't know if it's live, so I'm not sure if it's going to work. If you signed up last year, I think you're going to remain on the list. So we decided to keep those people on the list. So it might tell you that you can't sign up because you're already signed up. But if someone could fill it out and let me know if it's working, that'd be great. So that is my take on Black Friday. So that's how it's going to be. Because I don't know, if you're a jeweler or a maker running a business, tell me, do you feel a pressure to do something? And you think the margins we make are little tiny margins. We're not the massive supermarkets. We're not the massive corporations who can make big margins and blend margins. We're just trying to run a business, and actually giving away 50% is not fair. Can't see the link. Can everyone see the link? It's telling me it's gone onto Facebook and onto Instagram. So can you tell me if the link's not there? So that is going to be our Black Friday campaign. Yes, the link is there. Right, okay. So if someone tests the link for me, you've got to put your email address in, your first name, last name. I don't know why you're not putting your phone number in there. You should do, but I will ask Emily. We need your phone number in case we text you. No, I can't see the link. No, can't see the link. Ah, right. Let me try again then. I signed up. It didn't confirm that you've registered. No, it probably won't tell you. Let me see if I can go into the back end of the tech and see. Could you see the link, Christine? I had people asking for a discount last year. An error occurred, it says on that one. It's just a cheek, isn't it? And you think, no, we can't afford to discount. We can't. If you build a business model where you're a discount model, you can afford to do discounting. And that's how shopping telly works. And that's how businesses discount with DFS, for example, who run a promotion every week. You know that you're going to get your sofa with a massive discount. There are businesses out there that run a discount model. They hike the price and then they discount it down to a normal price. I've popped the link in again. So we are not a discount model. I never built the business with any room for discounting. Whether I was right or wrong, I don't know. There have been moments where I think, God, wouldn't it be easy if you could just put a massive sale on? Yes, right. You've seen the link. It is there. I can see it on Facebook now. Comments. It's in the comments. Let me see what's happening here. Let me find this pop-up landing page. I'm so sorry about the cough. It's so annoying. Audiences. It would help if I knew how to work the audience dashboard. Right, Black Friday audience. Can it tell me anything? I don't think I can see if anyone has signed up today. I can just see that there's hundreds of sign-ups. It doesn't give me a breakdown, unfortunately. So hopefully it's working. I'm not clever enough. It's not my domain. It's Emily's domain. So do you think anyone ever buys for off TFS where there isn't a sale on? I don't think there ever is a moment there isn't a sale on, Beverly. And it's also like Wren Kitchens. It rolls from one sale option to another sale option, or just works out the same. Yeah, you've seen the line. Registered. I've registered, waiting for an email to confirm it's me. Okay. I've signed up. Sandra said, when Debenhams had sale after sales, that is what ended amongst other reasons, Debenhams. Absolutely. And then you look at companies. So obviously I do lots of research into this because this is the business that we run. You look at things like Moss Bros, so the Moss Brothers Suit Company, which was a huge discounting company. So you would always get a discount on your suit. They have changed their platform and they now don't offer any discounts. Now that's got to have hurt. Initially, that is one brave CEO, that is, but they didn't want the discount model anymore, and they have now changed themselves into a premium luxury suit range and totally changed the ethos of the business. And that's amazing, but that would be really hard to do. That would be really hard. So yeah, it is. No email. Can you check individual usernames? I'm not that clever, I don't think. Manage audience, sign up surveys. I don't think I can. You're waiting for an email. So let me put oh, I can't call him. I can't put me in because I'll be in. Let's try this. Sign up for exclusive. Almost finished. We need to confirm your email address to complete subscription. Please click the link we've emailed to you. Okay. I quite like this layer of security, if it works. Is it going to work? It's a good question. Not quick enough, in my opinion. Let's get Emily to look at it. Right, I'll ask Emily to have a look and see. I'll just send her a screenshot of that. Right. I didn't get the email. Did anyone else get the email? Let's see what's broken. You're good guinea pigs, guys. Yeah, Moss Bosch has turned posh now. Christine says it did. All right, okay. Sorry to everybody if you didn't get it. I might be able to check that you're on the list. I might be able to. Let me have a look. View contacts. Search. You're not Christine, though, are you? Are you? You are subscribed, Christine, it says. So maybe that's why. Yeah, I think you're in it from last year, maybe. And then it's going to come out saying you're fine. Right, all good stuff. Right, does anyone want any more gemstones? I feel like I might have gone off piece somewhat. It didn't email me, though. Let me find my tracker. Right, I don't have an email, Beverly says. Oh, no, Beverly. Let me see if you're in there, Beverly. It says you are in the system. Yep, you're in Black Friday, Beverly. I wonder if that's why it's not sending the email if you're already in. Yes, I'm already in. I wonder if that's what it's doing. It's not sending an email. Kunzite, thank you. Right. That's a very good point. What's a daisy? Kunzite. How big would you like the kunzite, Claire? Because I've got plenty of kunzite here. I just need to look at the price, I think. Just a second. Let me see if I can find it. Right, okay. Right, okay. Sorry about that. On the smaller side. What's it doing now? Is this? Let's put you here.
Because I've got quite a few kunzite tubes. Look at these. Oh. Wow, kunzite spectacular here. I'd forgotten I'd got these. That one's broken. That one's broken. Aren't they pretty? Isn't kunzite a really nice colour? Very nice, very nice.
Right, let me just roll over to the scales. No, it is on.
Honestly, forever losing stuff.
It's very loud, sorry. Let me just do it quick. Just 1 second. Oh, it's not going to work. Just a sec. It's the wrong scales, you see.
Right, okay. A nice long one would be good. Right, so let's take a long oval on the smaller side. This one's nice. He's quite thick, but it's pretty. Let's move these one out of the way. This is quite a good one because it's quite slim, so it's going to be a bit on the cheaper side. They are dark for kunzite, Sandra says. They're very pretty, aren't they? Let's get them a bit closer. Look at that. Beautiful colour. Okay, so we'll go... I don't know why I don't have my stickers. I think I've moved everything.
Stickers. Here's some. Okay.
There's no Annie today. Can you all see those?
Yes, right. Okay, let's do them a price.
This one is $14.50. A is $14.50.
This one,
$8.50. Going to have to write it down, aren't I? Because otherwise I'm going to forget. $14.50. 850. B. C is 950. And D is 950. 950. Right. They are. Look at C, you certainly can. This is C. Size-wise, it is 3 centimetres by almost 13 millimetres. It's quite thick. And so they tend to be quite uneven on the back, these ones, but that's nice. That is a nice size. That one is 950, 950, 850, 1450. Any good? I can move you down. There you are. That's a bit better. So 1450, 850, 950 and 950. Does anyone want to have a look at any other shape? I don't know what it did there. There you are. C for Claire. Anyone else? And the code is 235. Is 950. Camera is off again. What is it doing? Is that better? Sorry about that. Thank you. Could I see the teardrop oval on the top of the screen? This one and this big one. Okay. So let's do the big one first. Claire, you've got that first one. That's yours. This one is £21. Then 21 for that enormous one. The pear shape is £12. The little oval, this one, yeah, no problem, is £12. On the right hand side. Did I pick up the right one? That one? Or is it this one? These ones that you're after? The little oval. I think it might have been that one. So that is 12.21. They're all pretty. Bid on C, no problem. And that one is yours. A for Jane Ledyard. Just a second. chain. Anyone else for one of those? They are really very nice, aren't they? I quite like this one because it's two-toned. Let's price that one because it's really nice. This one is £13. £13, that one. You must get them on the website, really. Yeah, that is a pretty one. Yes, very nice indeed. £13. I've put a code there. Anyone else for any of those? If not, guys, I'm going to leave you because I've got to pack up. I've got to put everything in the bag. I've got minimal luggage quantity on this trip, so that's it. Any ring size ones? No, there's no small ones, I'm afraid. No, that's too big. Only the broken ones. Both the baby ones are broken. Unfortunately. No ring sizes. I'll keep my eye out. I'm not sure this is the sort of thing we'll find in China, but you never know. If I look, I might find. It's only a matter of looking for it, I suppose. So, right, I'm going to leave you to it, guys and girls. Let's as I have got to pack at some point. Thank you for joining me this morning. That's been lovely. I've had a nice morning. If you have any requests for a China trip, then please make sure you pop them in a direct message to us. If you're a new customer, please make sure you send us your email address. Spread the word about China for me. Let everybody know that we're going. That would be great. And I will see you on the way. But I will definitely, as soon as I'm traveling on Saturday, I'll tell you where we are and what we're up to. But Monday, 6 o'clock, that's your first live. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 lives, all starting 6 p.m. And it's going to be brilliant. So I hope you're ready for it. So lovely. I will see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Cheerio. Bye.